Sir, may mga kotongotan sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Ay sa book, bala sir, sa summation of moment o ang signs yung gamit niya do exactly opposite yun sir. Like,
Kay if you try to see the book, ang iya nga positive nga ginhimo amo ang di counterclockwise. Ariyo. So amo ganyan ba ko, the sign is only relevant for the direction.
okay sir, thank you.
Oo.
Pero
So,
same lang na niyagi po nga magnitude
yeah,
and ending.
yeah. Importante ang magnitude parehas. That's why hindi lang kita mag-depend sa sign. Let's double check it sa figure. Okay? Dapat ma-visualize mo kung ano ang directions ng forces. So that pagkita mo nga negative ning akon moment man. But sa akong figure, hindi pwede mag-negative because it will somehow rotate in a positive manner because the resultant is located under the point O. So dra pa lang no, tan-awon mo. So personally negative ang iyang rotation because nag-assume siya nga baliskad ang positive niya. Counterclockwise ang gin positive niya. Okay, so that's it. So now, kulang pa ni, we still don't have the location, exact location of R. We need to get the X and Y intercepts. Okay, so how to compute for the X and Y intercepts? Stop share, no? X and Y intercepts, very important to locate R. Kay kulang pa, no? We know that R is below 0.0, but we do not know how to plot R. So if this is now the grid, this is X, this is Y, so might be arid ring R. Okay, this is R. And this is 0.0. And this is actually distance D. And there should be an X-intercept for the line of action of the force. And there should be also a Y-intercept. And we need to know that. So, kung makuha mo ya ang distance by geometry, then it's okay. But it will be somehow complicated. So, nami gid makuha mo na yung IX and IY. And I think that IX and IY can be determined by using the principle of transmissibility. There is also an RX or RY here and an RX there. Also at this point, you can translate this up to here and get RY and RX. Diba? Principle of transmissibility. Anywhere along the line of action of the force, you can translate all the X and Y. So very simple. If you have RY times I sub X, that is also equal to the moment. Paano ni na-prove gani? If the moment at O is equal to this R times D, definitely it's equal also to RY times IX plus RX times 0. So Y na siya nadala sa equation. And it's also equal to Rx times I sub Y plus Ry. Again, it passes 0.0, 0. So, wala naman. So, basically, MO is also Ry times I sub X and is also equal to Rx times I sub X. So, this will be another formula to understand. So, diri makuha na nato ng IX because we have MO. Okay, MO. Di na lang ko masulat to, galinap ta. Ari ba? MO. Ilagay itong MO naton. MO is from the book, no? I got it positive, no? 83.4 pound-foot. And I can equate that to this, no? So again, sindihan ta na kung sa diin ang force, we can already use positive values para hindi na ta ma-confuse. So pwede na ito nihimuon nga 83.4 is equal to Ry. What is the value of Ry again? 35.9 I sub x. So I sub x is 833.4 divided by 35.9. Okay, and it's equal to 2.32 feet. So I sub x is 2.32 feet. Ang ibang sinigambal pa to the right of O. And similarly, we can compute for I sub y, diretso naton, 83.4 divided by the value of I sub x. Ay, sorry, ari no? Ari y ni siya, no? R sub x, that is 43.4. And now, the value is 83.4 divided by 43.4, 1.92 feet. And this is 1.92 feet. So, pwede mo ng balon to the bottom of O. Okay? Or below O. Pwede man. Below O. Okay? May pamangkot. So, balanta na kung sa diin. Kung duda ka pagid, you can create, you can get the, kung napangita ang angle. So, simple naman ang angle. That is arctan of Ry over Rx. So, hindi na akong pagpakita paano, but the value is, based on the book, kaging compute ko man ni na is 39.6 degrees. So, this is 39.6 degrees. Do you have questions? This is very important. Please remember this. Niyo, paano nakuha ni? Okay, these are part of your important equations in statics. So if you don't have any questions, let's go back here. Tanaw naton. Okay. Ari, no? These are the important, ari mo lang, klaro man di, oh. Kita nyo man, the same, no? That's it. Location of resultant. And if you don't have any questions, let me solve another example problem. Ari, para ma-introduce ka mo sa trust nga tawag, ari, trust naman. Okay. Go to 267. Okay, so on problem 267, there's a truss. Okay, it's a full truss now. It's not a cantilever truss. It is supported by two supports. May mga loading. 120, 2240, 2240. These are typically wind loads siguro. May horizontal load pa siyang 200 pounds. May mga ceiling loads pa siya or utility load siguro, 1,000 pounds, 2,000 pounds, and 3,000 pounds. Point A, point B, and the spacing is 10 feet apart of the panels. Okay. So the whole truss shown in the figure carries the given loads. The wind loads are perpendicular. So these are perpendicular. These are wind loads to the inclined members. Determine the magnitude of the resultant, its inclination with the horizontal, and where it intersects A, B. So this is the answer, 10,760. This is the angle, and this is the location. So, okay. Tanawon tabi kung kaya ta ni sulbon. So, ano ganing obrahon naton? First, we must summate, no, forces vertical and horizontal. First. So, para ma-simplify, you may convert this into these loadings para hindi sakit sa mata. And to compute that, ang mala nang mauluot if this is theta, ginhatag niyang theta sa problem. Theta, wala, kay distance lang ang ginhatag, okay? So, sige, makompute tas ang distance. Okay, if the pitch of the roof is 10 feet, so we can compute for theta. You may use slope, you may use theta, depende sa imo. So for this problem, kay tungod nga relevant ang theta, ara siya ga-reflect, we will compute for theta. So theta is arctan of 10 over 20 and is equal to 26.57 degrees. And therefore, we can calculate this one. So this is now theta sa babaw. And if that is theta, so simple lang mana. This is 120. This is theta. Okay, so we can compute for the vertical and horizontal components. 120 sine of theta. This is 500.97. Waki pa. And the cosine of theta is 1001.72. Okay, so ara lang, no? This is now the cosine, this is the sine, no? Hindi ka mo magsala, ha? So the cosine is 1,000. 1,001. 1,002 na lang, no? And the sine is 501. So ini kay doble lang man sini, so we can double the amount. Di na ta mag-compute gid sang bago. So balot na 2004. And this one will be 1,002. 1,002 gid man. Grabe nga panigurado ba. 1,002. And so on and so forth. Ini balik naman siya sa loading. Okay, so muna siya. So if this is 10, definitely this will be 5. So this is also 5. Pwede na tayo summate forces. We are now complete. So summation of forces vertical, okay, is equal to Ry. So ano ning mga summation of forces vertical? We need all the upward and downward, no? So halos tanan downward. So negative na tanan. Tamara na ko magsulat sa negative. So negative siya gwa. 102 plus 204 plus 102 plus 3,000 plus 2,000 plus 1,000. Okay, so pilang aton nga Ry. So 1,002 plus 2,004 plus 1,002 plus 3,000 plus 2,000 plus 1,000. So it's negative 10,000, may waki pa, 8 pounds. Let's compute for the forces horizontal or Rx. So what's the formula? Tanan dito positive. Okay, so puro malang ni positive. So 501 times 2 plus 1,002 plus the 2,000 pulling force here. And that is equal to what? 404. Positive. So this goes to padalom. Ano dito. So what now brings you a conclusion that the resultant is going downward but also going to the left. So do ari diri do ga amo ni siya laban. It's going downward yet going to the right. I mean, tama? No, to the right. Okay, so do ga amo ni siya. So I cannot plot that unless I will have the location and the angle. Okay, so we can get now the resultant. R is equal to Rx squared plus Ry squared. We can square root that. Okay, so R, the resulta, is 10,008 squared plus 404 squared, and you square that, and you get R squared 404 squared square root 10,779.24. Sakto dito sa aton problem. Okay. Siguro sa round off lang. No? Because we rounded off dito pa lang sa puno ay mag-decimal. So 10,760, we have 10,780. Pag-abot na sa engineering application. Sa actual, hindi mo man ma-predict kung ano gid ang tutuod nga amount sang force. Okay? So sige gamay nga diferensya. Maintindihan. So this is now the amount of our resultant. So we will know the angle para mahapos or hindi lang anay. I think mas maayo ang moment anay makuha naton. Okay, so the moment pwedeng mauti moment laba ni kayo. So moment at A considering positive na B is equal to the summation of all moments. So depende sa inyo pwede man naton diretsuhon ini because this is a perpendicular distance, but you need to compute for the spacing. So 10 squared plus 5 squared, square root of that answer is 11.18. Pwede man na siya. Para dasig. So pwede nga creates a clockwise rotation. So 2240 times 11.18 plus 1120. Take note, I'm not anymore taking the components. Kay damo akon nga terms if I will get the components. So 112 times 11.18 times 2, 22.36. Okay, this one plus 3,000. Okay, let's have a division line here. 3,000 times 10 plus 2,000 times 20 plus 1,000 times 30 and plus again this 2,000 force is making a clockwise rotation, puro plus tanan, times 5 ang iyang horizontal distance. And this will give you a moment of 2240 times laba 18 plus 1120 times 22.36 plus 3,000 times 10 plus 2,000 times 20 plus 1,000 times 30 plus 2,000 times 5. And you get a 16,000 or 160,000 moment. Hindi na lang, the moment at A is very huge, 160,086.4 foot-pound or pound-foot. Okay? So, amo nang yung direction. Okay? So, what we do now is get D. So, MA is equal to R times D. And 160,086.4 divided by R, which is 10,779.24. Pilaihan ang D. And D is equal to 2, 4. 14. Sabi kung 14 gid man, layo aw. Share 14. Kaya pagin pakita. So, hindi pa relevant. Pero 14. Fit. So, ang relevant is the I sub x actually. Because that is the distance between this one, no? Kung paamo ng R, that is the intercept. That is I sub x. Okay? Might be this is D, the perpendicular distance to R, but the important is Ix. Amo na ginapangita. So I sub X times ano ang force nga gaaksaya? Summation of Fy or F vertical or Ry is equal to MO. This equation is important. So again, 160,086.4. Okay, divide by Ry. Okay, the sign does not matter. We are after for the location. And this is I sub x. Tanaw tang I sub x ta kung makuha ta. Daw 16 gining kuan niya kay 1060 man eh. 160 man eh. 1008. Okay, so it's 16 feet. Okay, so that solves the problem. And these are the very important one. Ini just for checking kung kinanglan. This one, all the forces vertical and horizontal, and you have R. Okay, so there is now the 16. So 10, 10, 30, so mga diri. Dragaagi, if you want to know the angle, you can compute for the angle. Arctan, the sigon ta lang, no? Hindi ko na pagpakita. Arctan, kaya when ang time, 10,000, 08 divided by 404. Okay, the angle is 68 man. Okay? Yeah, it's 68. So, ari na kita, no? What I computed is the 16. 16, no? That is only I sub x, no? Vertical. And the angle is 68.19. So, the angle created here is 68.19. So, tama kataas, tip siya. Muna siya. Okay, so the angle is 68.19 theta. And we have this distance equal to your I sub x, which is 16. Okay, we don't have time. If you have questions, no, you message me na lang. And again, aram ni sa book, no, you can review this sa book. And I will upload later ang ginscan kung parts ng book and also this video. So if you have questions, i-message nyo na lang ako. And again, my promise to you is before I give you the quiz, I will upload first the assignments. And before I will give you the prelim, I will upload the answer key to the quiz. Okay, so that will be a good deal so that it will be fair to you enough. So hindi na ka ma-stress aton prelim and quiz dire. Next week siguro ako matag quiz dire. And ang prelim ko ipaulihi ko gamay, no? Together with the 3 or the 2 other sections. Okay, so if you don't have questions, i-PM na lang ako at a time. Okay, goodbye class.